Hello, Sideshow. It's been a week since the last therapy session, and I can see that you're not quite in the Zen mindset right now. Like, your face expression doesn't contain happiness or peacefulness. What's going on?
Not particularly, Peak. I had a 6 a.m. flight back from Washington, D.C., and I should have slept for it. I know I should have slept for it. I asked my girlfriend for advice. She said, definitely try and get some sleep. But I listened to Bren, and I stayed up, and we drank all night, and I just feel like I've been in a cloud, a haze ever since. I didn't sleep the whole night. We just stayed up, got on the flight. I tried to sleep on the flight, but you never can, right? Like, my feet were cold, and I'm cramped in a weird chair kind of posture. I'm in a middle seat as well, so there's two people of arguable BMI pressing onto me from either side. And I just haven't been able to get my mind in a clear state since then. I've tried to sleep as much as possible and drink water, but it doesn't work.
Does it feel like you still have somewhat of a memory right now? Do you recall what you ate for breakfast or what you did like an hour ago?
I'm not even sure I ate breakfast, Peak. I don't know what day it is, honestly. My life's a bit of a mess. Thankfully, I have the next 2 weeks off, I think. Maybe I'll miss a homestand. I think I've got the next 2 weeks off. I can't remember anything.
It's tough, man. It's tough. Have you had anything good happening? More than sleeping? Like, sleeping is really good, but anything else?
I mean, my girlfriend tried to get me to to do some yoga. And so we were, I was practicing my posture. That's why I'm sat like this, because now my muscles only know how to sit like this. I've ruined my abs because I did a core workout, and now every time I giggle, it hurts. It made things worse. Every time I try to improve myself, Peak, I make my body worse.
I'll help you with that, man. I'll help you with that, and I have the right thing for focus. So far we've done some breathing exercises. We've done nostrils, switching nostrils, and
yeah.
I want you to take a thinking pose. Like, when you think...
A thinking pose?
Yeah. How do you look like when you think? Like, think hard.
Like that?
No, like when you 900 IQ.
Okay, all right.
Like that. I'll do
like this.
Yes. Channel all the energy from outside of the body into you. All the positive, all the focus. And we'll get into...
Okay.
Yes, okay. Let's get into this. Before we start, by the way, I'm gonna give you a number to remember before every take.
Oh, God. Okay, I'll try, but my memory hasn't been great. Hopefully you can improve that as well.
We'll do our best. All right. So the first number is 6.
6.
And the first take is from Wawa Coffee. Houston is actually a top tier team, and they are sandbagging until grand finals.
They won't make it to grand finals. You can't sandbag until grand finals. They're just trying to troll me now, Peak. Nobody could possibly look at that toilet bowl match where they played against Boston and think that Houston are a good team. I mean, Blase's not going to be playing McCree this week, and maybe they have a chance to take a map or two, but I don't think it's likely. They're going to get boomed completely by Toronto, who are literally a top-tier team right now. And London, I don't know. London, I think, in a much better mental state than the Houston Outlaws.
Yeah.
Sandbag until the grand finals. Who does that guy think he is? Monte Cristo?
And speaking of Houston, it's their homestand. We have lots of fans here. And some of these fans, they have gone above and beyond in trying to find the right thing for the team. They try to think about what can replace Blasio. How can we replace Raucus, or whatever.
Yeah.
Here's the next number, 31. 3-1. The take is from Raging Cool. Houston would be better with Spree and Boink playing rather than Meko and Repel.
Of all the things to try and change, you want Boink in instead of Repel. So what, Boink and Jexa playing together? Boink's going to play flex support and Spree in instead of Meko. I mean, maybe Meko's not had the best games ever, and maybe he's struggling to perform when it comes to coordination with the Outlaws, but he's so much better than Spree is when it comes to the Diva. It just doesn't make any sense. This is the problem. Sometimes the community has good ideas, like they understand that there's a problem with Houston, but their solutions are awful. 31 3-1.
speaking of solutions that are weird, you know Chengdu last season. We have next number 613-613, and the take is from Really Mad Rhino. Chengdu are one of the most flexible teams in the league and are going to flourish in a roll-lock meta. They have a true chance to win the Pacific East.
Okay, I mean, couple of problems with this, isn't there? How are they gonna benefit from hero pools if they're the most flexible team? I mean, they played a lot of triple DPS last year. How does limiting them to playing 2-2-2 help their flexibility? I don't understand how that makes sense. And also, I mean, if you think that Leave is just going to be an absolute freak beast, possible, I suppose, but the competition in Pacific East is stiff. I don't really see them being able to win that. I think that's a real outside chance. Also, I mean, they've just been ravaged in terms of their schedule at the moment, so who knows whether when they're going to be playing or how they're going to be playing or anything. So I don't know, man. That is a rough one. That's just a very, very hopeful Chinese fan, I think.
You know who else is hopeful?
Oh, 613, 631, 6 had a 6, a 3, and a 1.
Almost.
Shit.
We'll see.
Who else is hopeful?
We're about to see. 2839. Don't lose the energy. Keep the
Sorry.
Yeah.
Sorry. It's hurting my fingers.
Press your temples. Or use the thumbs.
Okay.
Use the thumbs. Skittish. In a desperate bid, Fusion is going to resign Shadowburn after realizing that both EQO and Chipsa and Ivy have been boomed by top 5 Nico. This is Nico's mom's burner account. She's the hopeful one.
Not again. Not Nico's mum again.
And the rematch...
Nico's mum friend with Shadowburn's mum.
Oh, hold on. And the rematch of Boston versus Houston will be declared a tie after they somehow draw on Nepal.
I could see that happening. I absolutely agree with that portion. But you can't just slip through a funny little ending in order to get away with your justification that Shadowburn is going to be re-signed because Chipset and EQO aren't going to be up to the task. They've also got Ivy there as well, who you just threw in at the end almost as if you'd forgotten him. Ivy's really talented too. In a world where EQO and Ivy both don't perform, nobody else in the league performs. They've got everything they need, this Philadelphia Fusion roster. They don't need Shadowburn. The time has been and gone. 5932.
How do you feel so far? Do you feel focused? Do you feel like do you have Terminator?
I feel like my face is a bunch of pastry and I've just been trying to manipulate it for hours.
Okay.
You're not supposed to overwork pastry. It develops wrinkles and cracks.
Stretch it out. Exactly. The number is 92018. Pac-Man 10704. Pavane is actually the only reason Pixel were any good. They will be lucky to make it to the playoffs without him this season.
IMT got them to the playoffs and got them to a semi-finals last year. Pavane, I mean, also, I do think that Pavane probably did pretty well with New York, and not him moving away from that team isn't because he was dreadful, but IMT they've already had success with that guy, and I think it's just the meta at the moment. You can't expect New York to continue to put up ridiculous results, dominant results year upon year when the competition continues to improve. The real proof in the pudding is going to come in the playoffs. The pudding proof playoffs is going to happen. 9-1-0-3-2-4.
Was close.
Yeah.
We'll see. I'm not going to say yes or no. I'm just going to say it's close. Because I want you to be on your toes. It's like, I want you to be on the edge of your gaming chair.
I don't have a gaming chair, Pete.
Yeah, I see that. That's an issue.
It's pathetic. I've got great lacerations all across my back. It's not good to be resting on solid wood for this long.
Did you feel like stretching your face helped?
Yeah, a little bit, actually.
Okay.
Helped a little bit for sure.
Okay, I have a last resort, you can call it. What you could do is cover your eyes as well, but use your headset like a visor, for soldier.
Tactical visor activated.
You cover eyebrows as well. So, next number, 1-1-1-1-1-2. Who are you?
I think I might be able to remember that.
This is from Grow Roots. Who Are You is a Genji one trick. Stevo would be just as useful.
A Genji one trick, he's maybe one of the most talented Genjis ever to play the game, but we've seen him be able to perform in a range of other heroes as well. The guy's got a nasty Pharah, his Doomfist's pretty decent, and okay, his Mei, you know, it wasn't the greatest thing in the world. I would have preferred them to play Libero, alright? He died first a couple of times, he made a few mistakes. But come on, the guy's not a Genji one trick. We've seen him perform! We've seen him perform! On a range of other heroes. Genji might be his best, sure, but that doesn't make him a one trick. And Stevo, there is no chance that that guy would be better in his position for New York. New York need the extra punch that Who Are You provides. And they're integrating him early on now so that he's in a good position later on when it actually gets the heroes where he can perform in that kind of way. Mei, of course, Who Are You is not going to be the greatest Mei in the world. Mei isn't the same kind of hero at all. It doesn't require the same kind of thought processes or abilities whatsoever. But they're presumably slowly integrating him so that he develops some kind of team synergy, so that you don't just throw him in when it is his time to play and hope that he can string together a bit of cohesion with the rest of the team, most of whom he's never played with ever before. In fact, all of whom, as far as I'm aware, he's never played with before. 1-1-2? 1-2? I can't remember. The Who Are You thing boomed me, Peak.
You are focused, though.
My memory's shot.
Memory might be screwed, but you're focused.
Am I?
You targeted the take, like you were basically like a drone going down on it.
Yeah, it's all I can think about is these hot takes. They keep me up at night.
Take a normal dad posture, like just turn around the chair, just sit there, you know, like you're talking with a child. You know, you gotta focus on the take here. And these might be just 12-year-olds have no idea what you're talking about.
Like this, you mean?
Yeah, and rest your elbows on the chair or something, you know, comfy position. Exactly. Next one. 1492820 from OG. Red Shell will make it into Overwatch League and replace Moth as San Francisco Shock's main support.
Come on! Where are you scraping these fanboys from, Peak? Where are you finding them? How do you find the moderators for Red Shell's chat? We trying to get in touch with mothers again? Come on, mamma mia. We already have a lot of really good Western main supports in the league. You don't need to try and ham-fist Chips or lookalikes, or not even lookalikes. Nobody looks like Chips. Even Christopher, is almost twin brother, doesn't look like Chips. So there's not a human being on Earth that resembles that man. But I mean, people in a similar position, so people in a similar career, streamers, you don't have to get them all into the league. We tried XQC, we tried Defran, we tried Seagull, we tried... I mean, we're currently trying Chipser, but they don't all have to play in the Overwatch League. You're blasting it into my ear holes. It violates everything good and precious in my mind.
We'll work on that next time. We'll work on the happy place, the happy thinking. But for now, does it feel like... Does it feel like you can continue your day at least, or are you screwed?
I don't think it's going to go well.